was so bad that I think like he failed all the classes, and then like his mom had to like Parati says his mom had to dress up like very nice, like pretty to try to impress Parati. That's what Parati told me, which is yeah. But anyway, Austin, I like that kid. He's funny. Secant of u is equal to oh sorry u prime over absolute value u and the u square minus 1. So you have to understand is kind of reverse order of the arc sign, but this one doesn't show up a lot. Okay. But what show up a lot is the complement of arc sign and arc tangent. So the complement of that just basically the negative sign of version of that. So d to the dx of arc um, cosine u. So it's been negative u prime over square root 1 minus u squared, and d to the dx of arc cotangent of u, like you predicted, would be 1 plus u squared. So the pattern is roughly exactly the same. So arc
So it's just negative versions
of yeah, negative version of sine and negative version of cotan and negative version of secant. So it'd be negative u prime over absolute value u square root u squared minus 1. Um, so let's try to, oh, also, imagine that you have y equal to sine, also sine inverse the same notation. So y is that square root of 1 over 1 minus x squared. So it has something to do with the inverse. So how would I prove that the derivative of this is equal to 1 over square root 1 minus x squared? So I can sine both sides. Does that make sense? So sine inverse of x. So therefore, it's going to be sine y equal to x. Is that okay? I just sine both sides. It sounds really good, by the way. All right. Thanks, Anthony, for interrupting my class with your nice chewing voice and sound. All right. So, well, we're gonna take a derivative of sine. So that's gonna be what? Cosine of y, right? And then dy dx is equal to 1. So dy dx is equal to 1 over cosine of y. Now with this, we can draw a triangle. Right? This is a some type of angle. If that's some type of angle, what will be the other side? Right? Is let's just say if sorry, that's some type of um the x is what? X is right here, right? The opposite? Does that make sense? And this side is 1. Is that okay? And what will be this side? In terms of, this is right triangle. Sorry, I should mention this is
Sine
right.
of what?
Huh?
Be 1 minus x squared.
So think about it as x squared plus, we're gonna call this side z, right? Z squared is equal to 1. So z squared equal to 1 minus x squared. Z is equal to square root 1 minus x squared. So this one is z is equal to 1 minus x squared. Sorry, I should name this y. That way it's not confusing. Because this is x over 1, right? So what is cosine of y? What is cosine of y?
It's root 1 minus x squared over 1.
Over 1, right? Over 1. And then that's equal to 1 over root of 1 minus x squared. So that's why the derivative of the y in this case is 1 over root of 1 minus x squared. And that's the reason why they are that way. Okay, so I'm going to give you a question to practice. Now, the only thing that you had to pay attention to, the u primes, you had to make sure you have u primes. So let's ask you to take derivative of a couple things of the arc sine of 2x. You should do this very, very short time. It should take you no more than 20 seconds. Arc sine of 3x, arc 10, sorry, 10. And what's derivative of arc sine of root x? And what will be derivative of arc secant of e to the 2x? So those are the basic one that you gotta be able to take a derivative of, and you need to be able to simplify.
Yep.
That tangent 3x.
Mm-hmm. It should be very easy. All those are very easy. You just have to follow the formula. So it's nothing new. So we're gonna speed run this. The first one is gonna be what? 2 over, what is it? 1 minus 4x squared. Is that right? Second one is gonna be 3 over 1 plus 9x squared. Is that okay? The next one is gonna be, well, you have to be careful here. This is 1/2 x to the negative 1/2. And this is gonna be what? 1 minus x. So that's gonna be 1 over 2 square root x times 1 minus x. So that's gonna be 1 over 2 root x minus x squared. That's what I got. Arc secant. I'm gonna follow the formula. The formula says u prime, so this one's gonna be 2e to the 2x because this is u, right? And there's absolute value u, which is, it doesn't need to be there because e to the 2x is always positive. So that's gonna be e to the 2. It's gonna be e to the 2x here, and the square root of e to the 4x minus 1. Now e to the 2x, because this is always up, this is always positive, right? So if it's always positive, can I just write down e to the 2x over e to the 2x, square root of e to the 2x, e to the 4x minus 1. This should cancel out, so it'll be 2 over root e to the 4x minus 1. So that's that. Okay, so that's a derivative. So we finished the derivative. I'm gonna give you some homework question on that, but we're gonna go to integration because the integration is a little bit more work. Integration of du over a squared minus u squared is equal to arc sine of u over a plus c. Now, if you really need to do this, this is probably one of the index card. I need you to kind of refresh your memory before the test. The next one is going to be du over a squared plus u squared is equal to 1 over a of arc tangent of u over a plus c. Yeah, the top part is u, bottom part is a, and this is u. Huh?
Where's the 1 over 8 from?
Honestly, I don't know. I just know just the equation. I'll memorize it, but
Yeah.
you should be finding out why that 1 over 8 come from. Why is arc10 doesn't have 1 over 8, and why is arc10 has 1 over 8?
Wait, does that say U over A or
U over a. It's always u over a. One over a arc secant of u over a plus c. Now, I would say at least this one is a 3-star one. You're gonna see a lot when we're doing sequence series. Even I think I remember that it show up a lot of times. So again, arcsine and arctan is the most popular one, not any other one. So I'm gonna give you 3 questions here.
Is the u on the integration absolute
No, just only in the secant. Only in the secant. And the secant is not really often tested. Almost never tested. I don't even like to test it. And I think I'll consider myself as a pretty difficult teacher, but I won't even like to test secant. It's just not something that's very, very useful. I don't even see it used on BC. So let's try du over square root of 4 minus x squared. Now, nobody's going to make mistake on this one. I think a lot of people is going to make mistake on the second one, however. So this is, hold on, this is a dx on the top. My bad, this is a dx. So this is a dx on the top. But a lot of people is going to make mistake on the second one. I don't think anybody's gonna make mistake on the first one. Let's just follow the formula. And with that particular trick, it doesn't even have 1 over a in the front, so it's not a tricky one. But the second one, however, I think a lot of people will get it wrong. I think probably like 70% here, even though you guys are super intelligent. Yeah, my SAT reading was
Why is it
430 at highest.
Wait, don't you get 400 like baseline?
No, 200.
200?
What was it? Was it on 1600 scale? salary is 2,400.
1,600.
But English isn't like if I do the same thing in a different language.
No, I come here at 10th grade, so. Oh, actually, I come here at 9 or 10th. 10, 9? 9. Yeah. I was in the ESOL class. I was learning more Spanish than English. Back then, that they will not let you leave the ESOL class because the more the ESOL student that they have in the thing, they will keep you there, even though you might be qualified to learn something harder. But no, they will keep you there until the end of the day because they get more funding.
Got more, but it's a lot less.
And I sent one application.
Wait, what happened if she didn't get to?
My mom is very hostile. My mom told me I was gonna become a homeless or go to jail. So two reasons that no, this is serious. My mom told me either you may end up with jail or you might become homeless because she really believed in fortune teller. And so she looked at a Chinese fortune teller. Chinese fortune teller said like this is gonna be your worst kid. And the funny thing is, I am the worst kid because I'm like the most disrespectful. Probably, I don't really call her anything. I never met my mom until I was 15, so I don't have very good. Yeah, I never met my mom until I was 15. I grew up in a monastery temple, in a Buddhist temple. I told you my mom and dad is like a fugitive, and they'd run from Taiwan to come here, and they dumped my older brother with my grandpa, and myself. He threw me in the temple. He think I'll be a great monk one day, so I was gonna grow up to be a monk, and I was so it was an interesting story. But anyway, so the first one should be easy. So first one is the arc sine of x over 2 plus c. Is that okay?
Students should now be back from A lunch.
Very, very easy. But the problem is, a lot of people ignore the small steps. And I'm going to talk about a small step. That's why I think a lot of people mess up. The small step is this. You look at this as a squared is equal to 2. So a must be equal to root 2. Is that okay? The small step, it should be u squared equal to 9x squared. U equal to 3x. Now with that, the du is what people forget. 3dx. So be du over 3 equal to dx. So therefore, if you do that, that's why I say 90%, 70% of you guys don't see that. And this is 1/3. And this is a squared plus u squared. Now since a is this, u is this, so that's going to be 1/3 times 1 over root 2. Is that okay? Arc tangent of 3x over root 2 plus c. And that's why I say people ignore those small steps. Now, I personally don't do that. I will actually write out a step just because. How many of you guys got it right the first time? Okay. 1, 2, 3. So, yeah. I was pretty much about right, 90%. We probably have the 20-something student. So, yeah, yeah, you have to make sure that's du because that's a formula of it. So this is what people usually make mistake is, no, I don't blame you, sir, because I'm not one of those 10%. When I was in college, I got it wrong too. Wait, high school. This is high school. And because I wasn't very cautious. A lot of people are cautious with those things. So you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Okay, so the next thing is, this one is gonna be slightly tricky. So dx over square root of e to the 2x minus 1. Now, this one, nobody can do it. It doesn't matter how good you are. Yeah.
Wait. What do you mean?
Nobody can do it.
No one can do it. So
Do it.
That one's scary. Oh, I think I get what. I'm getting what the thing is.
Elise, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, he needs to get the blood flowing.
Now, this is weird.
wait,
I don't think anybody can get this one. Show me if you got it. We did? I don't remember doing this question.
I know the parts, but I'm not sure if I can completely put it together. Because U isn't in terms of X. Oh no, wait, it is. Hold on, wait. Just give me a second. No. Everything's
Show me.
Oh no, wait, yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, see it, because you have absolute value of 1 on the outside. Yeah.
It's missing something. Wait, what is that answer? 2 on the bottom. Why is 2 on the bottom?
Yeah, you would equal to 1. So absolute value of 1
Oh, because I had e to the 4th. I gotta take it up. That e squared x, we gotta square that. So it's in d over
Yeah.
e. Oh, it's just, I just take out 2.
I don't know what you can do.
No, I mean, A is e to the X.
No.
A is e to the X. U is equal to 1. A is e to the X.
No, U is e to the x. A is equal to 1.
Yes.
Because the u squared e to the 2x, right? Shh. U squared equal to e to the 2x, right? U must be e to the x, right? And a squared is equal to 1. A must be 1. So then du equal to e to the x dx. Du over e to the x
Because the 1 is on the outside.
equal to dx. So therefore, that's going to be du over e to the x square root of u squared minus a squared. Now this is u, right? And it's also absolute value because it is always positive. So it'll be u squared minus a squared. So then you know that this is the arc secant of e to the 2 e to the x. Go. Vincent's got it. Vincent's the only one got it right.
No, I got
Wait a minute.
Oh, sorry.
No, I got it.
Oh, because you
Oh, Jordan.
did it actually.
did it correct, but in the wrong way. I got the right answer, just not the right thing. I did the wrong word, but I got it. But I got the correct value.
Why is Jordan and Vincent so competitive? Ping pong, this.
There's no competition.
This. For you.
There's no competition.
There's no competition at all.
Okay, so how much time we have? 20 minutes? Okay, so let's talk about this one. 13 minutes. So this one I'm just gonna talk about the first step. The first step, what we should do here, what should we do the first step? Because rest of them you can do. What's the first step you should do?
Find out you.
No.
Then
Aiden's a genius.
oh,
I forgot.
Bottom still one term. And what kind of integration is this part? And what kind of integration is this part? So they are two separate kind, right? Pay attention. Are they two separate kind? One is a U substitution, one is inverse sine. Right? So I'm not gonna finish that. You know how to finish that because this is something you're capable of doing. I'm gonna talk about something that's often on the BC test rather than AB test. I think I did talk about this one last year. Is this one. In case you want to know how to finish the last one, for Jing and Raphael, this case is not arc sine and Kushev. Did I not mention Kushev?
he doesn't need it.
Kushev, do you understand the difference between those two? So one of them is u equal to 4 minus x squared because du is equal to negative 2x dx, which is the x right here, which is you always think about u equal to rather than, and always think about du. In this case, I can see du already. That is going to be right away, right? And for the second one, this one just a arc sine. So this is arc sine because the reason why its top is not 2x. Yeah. You can take out a 2 also, yes. So let me just write it down, the integration of this part. This one's going to be 2 arc sine of x over 2 plus c. Now for this part here, it's going to be a little bit more tricky. So this one's actually negative 4 minus x squared because u equal to that, and the 2 is going to cancel out with the 1/2 when you do integration. So yeah. So this should be the final answer. I don't want to show you the work, but the work is only the hard part is from here to here, not the other side.
1/2 cancel out.
Because you integration of u to the negative 1/2. So it'll be negative 1/2 u to the 1/2, right? Oh, sorry. Did I take it? Did I take a derivative? Yeah, I did. U to the 1/2 over 1/2. Sorry. So that's why that 1/2 cancel out. Thank you, Aiden. So let's talk about the last one here. We're gonna talk about one easy one and one hard one. This one's the easy one. How many of you guys remembered how to do this? Sophia does. Good job. That's it? Only Sophia? Nathan?
I don't remember that now.
Assuming you have to factor in a way that makes it so that
Not factor. Other technique. Good job.
Ooh.
You learn how to do math. The new rivalry is the cruise ship versus.
I said it first and then you copied me. I said it way before you.
Okay, so x squared minus 4x. Now, if you don't know how to complete the square, it's negative 4 divided by 2 parentheses square. You need to know for SAT. Negative 2 squared is equal to 4.
Apparently not. It's not gonna send.
That's why you did. That's why you got 750.
No.
So we're gonna plus 4 and plus 7 and negative 4 because you want those two to cancel. You want those two to cancel. Right? So that's going to be integration of dx over, and you want to parenthesis this 2 term now, so it'll be x plus 2 squared. And the other side is going to be plus 3. This is dx. I keep on writing du. Sorry.
Mr. J, shouldn't it be x minus 2? Ooh.
Minus 2, yep. You're right. So that should be minus. Now I can say u squared equal to x minus 2 squared. U is equal to x minus 2. A squared equal to 3. A is equal to root 3. Du equal to dx, so you don't have that dx issue. So it'll be 1 over root 3 arc 10 of x minus 2 over root 2 over root 3 plus c.
And then what's the formula for completing square? I
Middle divided by 2 square. Middle coefficient divided by 2 square. B over 2 square. So b over 2 square. That's probably the thing I remember. All right, harder one. This is the hardest one. Now I'm going to give you a reminder. It's also completed square, so I need you to do it. Oh, this one's a negative. Sorry, this one's negative. Copy wrong. It's a negative 1 over 3x minus x squared dx. And if you want more fun, we can put a boundary on there. I think that's more fun. Uh, 9 over 4, 3 over 2 on the bottom. So this one's harder. Holy shit, I find my Titan box.
it's an uneven fraction.
I got a 90 on the last test. I think I should be good at least. I think I just did my title bug.
Okay, I need a child labor.
Right here.
What do you need to do?
Where's I'm like peak
Huh?
math for Chinese labor. I'm
What
trying
do
to
you
use.
need?
I need to scrape all the gum out of my table.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Never mind.
All of the sign box. If you can make an
Huh? Let me see how much money I have.
It's like 30.
Those are
It's 30?
The blue ones are $2 bills.
No, they're not.
All the table for 30.
Oh,
It's low key worth it.
Like he was like, I found my textbooks. I can exploit this information.
I cannot stand underneath my table. I don't chew gum, so it's not me. So I don't know. I think it's been there for like 30 years. What? Because every time I move the table, I touch them.
Oh. Wait,
Put your hands here and
Wait, does his classroom has gum underneath the table?
Who?
Mr. A, what did you do?
I think he will be the one that scrape it off too.
Who?
Yeah, if you have if you're germphobic,
You're so always like in the middle where I'm never going to get negative x squared. How would you practice?
Oh, wait.
Oh, yeah. No.
I put on the test.
I'll do all my homework this weekend. I skip the page so I have space.
Well,
But sure. Complete a square.